Welcome, everyone. This is Naomi De Peña from Hope to Courage, and I am so excited to be joined with Samia Santos, who will help me meet and get to know all of our guests. Today, our special guest is Ruiz, who will be taking part of these 21 days of gratitude. Zuri, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, and what you will be bringing to these 21 days of gratitude.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is ZuriRuiz, and you may also call me Zuri, so Zuri for short. I am a certified Vinyasa yoga teacher, and additionally, I have a couple of other certifications based on movement education. I'm certified with Yoga Detour, a movement group based out of Canada, and I am also certified certified mobility specialist. There's a lot of letters into certifications. You're like, there's so many letters involved. So I'm a certified mobility specialist with FRC, Functional Range Conditioning System, which is a little bit more specifically focused on joint health. And so what I do is I go a little beyond just stretching the body. I go into how our joint movement, how everything kind of starts from the joints, but it's also connected to the brain and to the entire nervous system. All right. So I apply all of the movement and mindfulness together so that it's not just mindless activity that we're doing everything intentionally for the purpose of building a more resilient mind, more resilient wellness within ourselves. And so that's what I do. Thank you for having me, Naomi.
Love it. Love it. I love how you said the word intentionality, because that's exactly what I believe that we're going for this month, being fully intentional, being grateful in the year that it was so hard, being fully intentional and starting off the year right. So as we're starting off these 21 days of gratitude and movement that sometimes we take for granted, to be told, sometimes we just lay in bed or we just lay like in a certain pose and we forget how important our body and our joints are. How would you say that it would, I want to word this correctly, your movement, whenever you do your practices, because I'm pretty sure that you do practices throughout throughout the day, how would a morning practice versus an evening practice impact your nerves, your mind? Because we're talking about how it impacts your whole life. How does this practice impact how you feel versus morning versus night?
Yeah, so wonderful question, because during this 21-day program, I will be offering a morning practice, just about 15 minutes or so in the morning. And the reason being is, I think that, and Samia, I think we had spoken about this before, when we prepare ourselves in the morning, it's like priming, right?
Yes, that's always my example. You prime the walls.
Yes.
You prime your mind.
You brought the example in this past conversation about a painter and how they prime their canvas before doing the beautiful artwork, right? And so in the mornings, when you initiate your body with a little bit of movement, what we're doing is encouraging our circulation, literally our blood flow. But I like to see that as you're starting to press on the pumps that are going to set you up for an energetic, and energetic doesn't mean strenuous. Energetic simply means that you're going to be aware and mindfully decide how much energy will you exert here? How much energy do you need to exert here? How much energy can you reserve for yourself, right? And so that starts by pumping a little bit of our own blood flow with some gentle movement. You're allowing your brain to receive this fresh blood flow without it being too strenuous. And so this, versus at night, your body has already done so many things. Your heart's already been pumping really, really hard, doing fantastic things for you. And so it's okay to end the day with some movement, might be a little bit more strenuous, that ends with a little bit more stretch, because you need to get that energy out. But in the morning, You initiate with gentle movement, which is what I hope to introduce to everyone in these next 21 days. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you for that explanation, because I love what you mentioned about mindfully deciding where you're spending your energy, because we only have a limited amount of energy that we can spend throughout the day, and being able to begin our day with that intentionality of saying, I am not going to allow myself to be primed by fear, primed by worry or anxiety, but I'm going to prime myself with positivity, with the clarity of what I need to do today. It really just sets up a day for winning. It sets you up for hope, sets you up for courage, for all the things that you have to do. So thank you for saying yes for this 21 days. I'm so excited. I've taken your classes before, and one of the things that I've noticed is that you're an expert at adjusting to any levels. So can you tell us a little bit about, just people that might be thinking, well, I've never done yoga, this is something I want to try, or maybe someone who's an expert or wants to do it with their child, maybe has some physical mobilities issues. How can you adapt that within the class?
Yeah. So some of the things that we'll be doing are, first and foremost, breathing exercises. And so breath work can be accessible for anyone. You can do it sitting down. If you'd like to lay out a yoga mat, you can, but you don't have to lay out a yoga mat. Maybe you just lay on the carpet, or it's something that you kind of stay in bed for, because you'd be surprised how much movement that's low impact can still be done out of bed, like literally out of bed. Fantastic way.
They can just log in onto the Facebook Live while they're still in bed, do the workout, and then get out of bed ready.
And then you're ready to go.
That's a great day. That's a great way to begin the day. I love it.
It's really like that. We will be doing some gentle movement that will introduce basic yoga asana, yoga postures that will stretch the body and will get you prepared for the day. But it's won't be anything where we're going to be holding ourselves upside down or lifting I don't know, tying scarves or tying our legs as scarves. We won't be doing any of that. But it is about learning how your breath is a key to your energy, how your movement is also another key to, it's linked to your energy, and how all of it is connected to your nervous system and to your
Love it.
By starting with the breath, moving through accessible, simple, gentle stretches in the body and some yoga postures, really, and every individual who participates will experience on their own, like how the body is, how it's all linked, how your feelings, how all of these things that don't feel tangible, it's there, it's part of your physical body, it's all connected. And so we're going to find that through some gentle movement in the mornings. I'm not sure if I mentioned the time yet, so it will be offered at 7:15 in the morning, get you nice and prepared for work, for school, nicely pumped up. So 7:15 in the morning from Monday through Friday in these 21 days, where Sunday and Saturday will be at 9 a.m. to give everyone time to sleep in if they'd like to. And beyond that, it's also preparing each of you to take in your own practice, to let this grow beyond the 21 days.
Absolutely.
Love it. I just gotta say that, honestly, my daughters and I have taken Zuri's classes too. So this is literally for all ages. She caters for all ages. And in a time and age where mental health issues are rising incredibly when it comes to cases in children and in teens, this is very beneficial for them too. So I honestly think that if, one of the moms that are watching us right now and would like to invite their kids to start off their day before going to school with a 10-15 minute practice to help them prime their brain and their bodies, as we were talking about, I think this will be so beneficial. I love it.
Absolutely. And that is the vision and the mission of Hope to Courage, you know, to help us develop this toolkit of things we can do, because it's not the one thing, it's just all of these things put together that create a practice of mindfulness, a practice where you're making a decision to live life on your own terms, to not allow yourself to be pushed by the fear, to not allow yourself to be perceiving something that's not actually there, but to decide to live in hope, to decide to walk in courage, and live your life at the best level of what you can, who you can be. So thank you, Zuri, for providing these free classes every day. I'm so excited for what they provide, but I know that your classes are awesome and people will want a little bit more. So where can they connect with you?
My website is www.ZuriRuiz.Yoga. ZuriRuiz.Yoga. There you can find my schedule for other live stream hour-long classes that I offer.
Fantastic. And we'll put that website also in the notes. All of the practices that we'll have on Facebook Live every morning, we'll also post on the Hope to Courage YouTube channel, so you can revisit them. You can do a longer period of yoga practice if you would like, but it's an amazing way to begin the day. Thank you again, Zuri. We love you. We appreciate you. I honor the journey that has brought you to today, that you can allow and provide all of this for just this virtual platform that we call this community, that is the Hope to Courage community. So once again, thank you for joining us.
For having me. Thank you.
All right, don't forget, January 9th, we begin this Sunday, January 9th, all the way till the 30th. So we're excited for everything that these 21 days will bring.
All right.
Awesome.